Is there really an Islamic agenda regarding the redesign of the Naira, or the Naira generally? Well, I will share my thoughts with you on the matter, having researched it based on documents that are already in the public domain, and allow you to reach your conclusions on the matter. Now, non-Nigerians may find it baffling that the mere notion of redesigning the nation's currency has generated the kind of controversy that seems to be pitching Christians against Muslims. The main issue being the ajami, also known as Arabic inscription, that is on most of our currency notes. In fact, it used to be on all of the denominations, but at the moment, it's only on some, and it seems as if going forward, it's going to be reintroduced to all the different denominations. Why is the ajami an issue? Well, the ajami seems to be an issue because it is closely associated and linked to the Islamic religion, which is practiced widely in the northern part of Nigeria. Most Muslims in northern Nigeria that are not literate in Western education happen to be literate in Arabic education. So, over time, the ajami came to be associated with Islam, particularly in Nigeria. But is that actually the fact? Here are 5 reasons why that is a complete fallacy. Now, the ajami is cultural, not religious. Ajami writing is Arabic in origin, meaning it is tied to the Arabs as in their culture, not necessarily the religion. Now, while Arabs are mostly Muslim, there are many Arabs who are Christian and practitioners of other faiths. These non-Muslims also use ajami, so it is not and has never been just an Islamic thing. Secondly, in Nigeria, it was introduced by the British. Our colonizers, we all know those are the British. They ordinarily subscribe to the Christian faith. They were the ones who introduced the ajami writing on our currency as a means of connecting people who were versed in ajami but not educated in the Western style. The ajami writing simply interprets for them what is already written on these notes in English, usually the denominations. So if it was introduced by Christians, there is no way that it was aimed at furthering the cause of Islam in Nigeria. It would not make sense. Point number 3. Are you aware that the numbers we currently use, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, those numbers, are you also aware that they are Arabic numerals? So they are drawn from ordinarily of Indian origin. At some point, the Arabs adopted and became so versatile with it that it is mostly associated with the Arabs. So the numerals, the numbers you know from 1 to 10, are actually known as Arabic numerals. We were taught this in primary school. So I don't really understand where the disconnect is coming from. And I don't get why, if you are comfortable with using Arabic numerals, why is Arabic writing or inscriptions an issue? Why one and not the other? Would you not be better off just rejecting both? And it's also pertinent to note that the Arabic numerals became adopted by the West, which is still predominantly Christian and has subsequently been globalized and is used almost, I dare say, across the entire world. So the numerals on the Naira are also of Arabic origin. So if you're going to worry about ajami, you may as well worry about the numbers. Point number 4. The presence of the Ajami inscriptions on the Naira does not devalue it in any shape or form. I am yet to meet anybody who has refused to accept the Naira as legal tender because of the Ajami inscription on it. It has never happened and will never happen. In fact, most people are not looking for what is written on the note. They just want to see the denomination, and that's all that matters. And for those who are not literate, they use the distinctive coloring of each note to tell one from the other. So people are more interested in the value of the note than what is written on it, be it in English or any other language, ordinarily. So people bringing up Ajami and Arabic inscriptions on the Naira note as something that is a matter of concern, I dare say they are not acting in the best interest of everybody. Point number 5. Ajami has failed to Islamize non-Muslims. The Ajami writing that's inscribed on the Naira notes has been there for decades. So if there's some kind of agenda being pushed through the Arabic inscriptions or the Ajami on the Naira to Islamize Christians and all of this, I dare say that the agenda has failed woefully, because I am not able to say categorically that as a result of the Ajami being on our Naira notes, more Christians have converted to Islam, or they have less peace in Christian communities as a result of the inscription, and all of this. So if the main reason why the Ajami is on the Naira note is to cause Christians to convert or to somehow Islamize the nation, then in all the decades of existence that it has been there, it has failed to achieve this particular goal. So I wouldn't worry about it at this point. Now, just to further buttress my point and to explain why this is an abject fallacy that we must discard and disregard, it might interest you to know that most Catholics tend to pray in Latin. Catholics have a lot of prayers that are in Latin. Now, it would be fallacious to assume every time you heard a Latin chant or saw something written in Latin that it is automatically affiliated to the Catholic Church. By the same token, if we're going to go along the lines of which language is associated with which faith, well, it might not be out of place for Muslims to say that they also reject the English writing on the Naira note because English is affiliated with Christians, the Anglican Church, and so on and so forth. So, I would like at this point to beg Nigerians that we should not allow ourselves to be torn apart by people who have different agenda to run. And at this point, I must also buttress the fact that people who are also insisting that if there's no Ajami inscription on the notes, they're not going to use it, they are also acting in bad faith and just trying to further confuse those people who think that there's something Islamic or some Islamization thing going on. They're just fanning the flame of a fire that should not actually be burning. And that is what tells you that there's a serious, mischievous, and possibly political agenda associated with trying to cause as much dissent around the redesigning of the Naira as possible. The people who will benefit from this redesign are you and I. There are many elites in the corridors of power that don't want that to happen. There are many people in the corridors of power that will be gravely financially injured as a result of the redesign of the Naira. Do not allow them to pitch you against me and vice versa. Stay alert, stay woke. My name remains Devan and I'm your financial literacy plug. Thank you for watching. And if you found any value in this content, remember to like, share, comment, and if you have not already done so, kindly subscribe. Also remember that we provide excellent video production services in Abuja. You can reach us on the number on your screen, WhatsApp or text only please, and we will get back to you. Thank you for watching.